You may have the Thanksgiving food covered, but what about the table setting? Artist Amy Friedman has a project that's perfect to get the kids involved. She stopped by to get crafty with Evening's Angela Poe-Russell.
This is for your Thanksgiving themed project, which is going to be for your Thanksgiving table. And we're going to be creating name cards for your members of your Thanksgiving dinner.
Okay, so what's the first thing we need to do?
Okay, so we're going to be working on a line design, and all you need is white paper. So you can use construction paper, it could be a white bag, anything you have at home, white paper. Okay. I've cut it down into about 1/4 of a page. If you have printer paper or copy paper, it's about 1/4 sheet. And what you're going to do is divide the paper up into sections.
Okay.
And I used a black permanent marker. And after you divide it up into sections, we're going to start in each section by creating patterns and line designs. And I know it sounds kind of easy, but this is actually super soothing and relaxing to do at home with your kids. You'll be surprised they'll get into the Zen mode with this.
Okay, should I try this?
Sure.
I don't know. Okay. I thought I had a marker, but I guess I didn't.
Okay, so once you have everything designed, and I'm going to skip through these and show you, I have all of my line design work done. And this may take, even though it's a small sheet of paper, 15-20 minutes to come up with these designs. Anything goes. And then I took watercolor paints and I painted with warm colors.
Ooh.
So you learn about the color wheel as well. And the warm colors are our fall colors, yellows, reds, and greens.
Okay.
And oranges. And I did what's called a wash, and I just painted right over this card, and here's one that's finished. So this is going to become a highlight or kind of the impact piece on the name card.
Oh, cute.
So what I'm going to do next is just turn this over and then draw a leaf design. And there's tons of stencils online that you can print out if you don't feel confident or comfortable. But you can also just draw a simple design, cut it out, and then this is going to be part of my name card. So once I cut this out, I even took leaves from outside, brought them in, and traced them.
There you go.
So that gave me a variety of shapes and sizes, as well as I could use those leaves as part of the design.
And while you're cutting that, I just want to reassure everyone that you can just enjoy watching us do this, because we're going to have all the directions on our website. So you can relax and let her do it.
So once you get this design work done, you're going to be using this as a collage piece into your piece of artwork. So I'm going to then take a piece of construction paper, and from that piece of construction paper, again, it's whatever I had at home, and I happened to find some scraps, cut them up, and I'm folding it in half to make what we call a tent card.
Okay.
And that's going to become the place card. I cut another smaller piece that I'm going to end up gluing down, and that's going to be where I write my guest's name.
Okay, this seems too easy right now.
I told you it's easy.
Okay, so when you get that stuck on, tell us about your classroom on wheels, because I fell in love with this one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So when we last talked, we were in the middle of COVID, but now Smart with Art has an art bus that's up and running. We're doing homeschool classes, birthday parties, classes at schools. It's really been super fun and amazing. And it's just great as an extra way to bring art to kids. It really is. So that's been really super fun. So I've got that set up. I'm going to end up, I've got my little leaf shape cut out, so I can kind of think about where I want to glue that, and then I'm going to use a Sharpie, and I may want to do it in pencil first to just write out the person's name. And so you can see on many of these, on this one I use colored marker, so you can really play around with this. There's so many different options. And then I use some colored paper and cut out several leaves. So looking at the options, you can see here I used a brown bag I had at home. Okay. So I just recycled a bag and used that. But I love the way this was an art piece and becomes another art piece. So it's kind of fun to, rethink your ideas. Gotcha. In this one, I also had twine. So if you have twine or ribbon at home, you can embellish it with that. This is like an anything goes, but yet so simple that you can do it at home with what you have on hand.
And just a nice touch.
And I think it coordinates your table and really makes it kind of personal and family oriented when you have your kids helping out.
Oh, I know what me and the kids are doing later for sure.